Look, that settles it for me. I've turned the last flapjack I'll ever turn for any man but myself."
"How will you manage the oyster parlor?"
"Well, I've just about give up on the notion, Duke. I've been thinking I'll stick to the range and go in the sheep business."
"I expect it would be a good move, old feller."
"They're going into it around here, they tell me."
"Alta tells you."
"Oh, you get out. But I'm a cowman now, and I'm going to stay one for some time to come. It don't take much intelligence in a man to ride fence."
"No, I guess we could both pass on that."
The Duke blew the lamp out with his hat. There was silence, all but the scuffling sound of disrobing. Taterleg spoke out of bed. "That girl's got purty eyes, ain't she?"
"Lovely eyes, Taterleg."
"Purty hair, too. Makes a feller want to lean over and pat that little row of bangs."
"I expect there's a fellow down there doing it now."
The spring complained under Taterleg's sudden movement. There was a sound of swishing legs under the sheet. Lambert saw him dimly against the window, sitting with his feet on the floor.
"You mean Jedlick?"
"Why not Jedlick? He's got the field to himself." Taterleg sat a little while thinking about it. Presently he resumed his repose, chuckling a choppy little laugh. Jedlick ain't got no more show than a cow. When a lady steps in and takes a man's part, there's only one answer, Duke, and she called me a gentleman, too. Didn't you hear her call me a gentleman, Duke?"
"I seem to remember that somebody else called you that one time."
Taterleg didn't reply at once. Lambert lay there grinning in the dark. No matter how sincere Taterleg might have been in this or any other affair, to the Duke it was only a joke. That was the attitude of most men toward the tender vagaries of others. No romance ever is serious but one's own. "Well, that happened a good while ago," said Taterleg defensively. But memories didn't trouble him much that night. Very soon he was sleeping, snoring on the G-string with unsparing pressure. For Lambert there was no sleep. He lay in a fever of anticipation. Tomorrow he should see her. His quest ended almost as soon as begun. There was not one stick of fuel for the flame of his conjecture, not one reasonable justification for his more than hope. Only something had flashed to him that the girl in the house on the mesa was she whom his soul sought, whose handkerchief was folded in his pocketbook and carried with his money. He would take no counsel from reason, no denial from fate. He lay awake, seeing visions when he should have been asleep, in the midst of legitimate dreams. A score of plans for serving her came up for examination, 100 hopes for a happy accumulation of this green romance budded, bloomed, and fell. But above the race of his hot thoughts the certainty persisted that this girl was the lady of the beckoning hand. He had no desire to escape from these fevered fancies in sleep, as his companion had put down his homely ambitions. Long he lay awake, turning them to view from every hopeful, alluring angle, hearing the small noises of the town's small activities die away to silence and peace. In the morning he should ride to see her, his quest happy, ended indeed, even on the threshold of its beginning. End of chapter 7.